welcome everybody to this evening's fun run. We've got a hosted race here tonight. We're calling it the Goat Locker Racing Race for the Hat 100. I know, it's real clever, but we got 100 laps here this evening at Nashville Speedway. It's an off week for us here at Goat Locker Racing, so we decided, what the heck, let's throw something up fun, and then let's throw up a prize. So we've got our brand new hats that we just got in, that we've been anxious to get in, to get out to the guys in the league and our race winners and do some different types of things with it. So the winner of tonight's race will get one of those coveted Goat Locker Racing hats. And then for those that are watching live on YouTube and Twitch, well, I guess anywhere we broadcast, Jamie, make sure that you jump into the chat. Jamie will kind of explain exactly what you need, but for the viewers this evening, you get a chance to win one too.
Yeah, absolutely. So come on over to Twitch. It's not going to work if you're on YouTube, unfortunately, but if you are in our Twitch chat, all you need to do is type in GLR hat into the comments, and you will be automatically entered to win. Don't have to be a subscriber to win, but if you are a subscriber, you do have an advantage. You will get more opportunities to win this hat. So come on into Twitch. Again, type GLR hat into the chat. You'll be entered.
Yeah, it should be really cool. And, I've only seen pictures of the hat. I'm going to go pick them up tomorrow. They are super cool looking, and I think it's really awesome that we're finally able to start giving back a little bit to the community that supported us so much. And I know a couple of these guys, for some reason, Jamie, really want to get their hands on this hat.
Yeah, we're seeing multiple requests for this hat to be signed. So, not sure why you would want to ruin the value of it, but if you really want it signed, I'm sure we can make that happen.
Yeah,
hey,
go ahead.
I was just going to tell Mike Browning to go ahead and type GLR hat in there and get yourself entered.
Yeah, even if you can only pop in for a couple minutes or whatever it is, definitely type that into the chat box. You're entered into the contest to win. It's weird talking about a contest, but just excited for it. It should be an absolute blast here this evening. We chose Nashville Super Speedway. I know it was where all of NASCAR ran last week and where the official series was at. A lot of guys had a lot of fun with it, and Jamie, you even got a win last week, didn't you?
Yeah, I sure did. I got a win in the Friday night NIS, the second split, but it's still a win. So, yeah, I was happy with that. And my first NIS win. Actually, it's the only third NIS race I've done. The first one, I went out in a blaze of glory in like lap one. The second one, I got in a little bit of trouble, but I was still able to rebound and had a good finish. But getting that win Friday was really awesome.
Oh, heck yeah, man. And, for a lot of the guys, it's some really great racing here in Nashville. It's 1.33 miles, so it's not quite a mile and a half. And the corners really race like a short track. Not a whole lot of banking and pretty tight corners here. So tire conservation will come into play. Definitely been watching some guys already. Looks like the fast line around obviously is that low line, but seeing a lot of guys practice up high as well, and I think that's going to be more for the long runs.
Yeah, you definitely get some good run off the top, but the fast way around is on the bottom. The problem is keeping the truck down there, or the car, whatever. Tonight we're in trucks, but keeping it down on that bottom is no easy task. So, thing about Nashville, it was funny watching the race Sunday because the stuff they were talking about was the stuff that affected me Friday, and I saw it affecting a lot of guys in the race. You look at this track and you think, oh, okay, it's looks like Vegas, it looks like Chicago, it looks like all the other mile and a half trials, right? But it is not. It's nothing like them. You really have to get on the brakes and slow your vehicle down. And then you have to wait a really long time to be able to get into the gas, a lot longer than what you think you should. But once you figure that out, you can make good time around here.
Heard the music playing in the background, so we must have got a new subscriber there on Twitch.
That's a resubscription.
he says with absolutely no excitement.
Well, came from the room next to me, so I mean, I still don't think he's entered to win the. Oh yeah, I guess he has entered to win the hat.
Oh well, he's definitely not gonna get it. We'll just go ahead and lay that one out there. Not happening. Especially after the jokes he had the other night. So sorry about you.
Yeah, he thinks he's funnier than he is.
But for those of you, I was getting ready to talk about this, that really wanted an autographed hat. Amber over at Jam Printing and Promotions, we talk about them all the time. As one of our main sponsors, they've been Gill Insurance Advisors. I was explaining to her what we were doing this evening, and making the arrangements to pick up the hats tomorrow. And I said, hey, even a couple of these guys want them autographed. And she's like, oh, well, I'll autograph them, all right. So you may get one. It just might be autographed from Amber at Jam Printing and Promotions. So watching a few trucks right now. Still under practice here. Race got launched a little bit late. A couple technical difficulties. Still got a decent crowd in here this evening. We got 15 trucks out here on track. Hopefully we'll get a couple more in here. But if not, it should provide a really great race with the field the size that it is, the way the track is running. And even looking at the practice times right now, pretty tight field all the way back and through. So we'll see how it continues to go here. We're coming up on 8 minutes to go in practice, and then we'll open it up for qualifying and then get this 100 lap race for the hat underway.
Yeah, not as big a field as we were hoping for. Some of that can be contributed to the foul up with getting the session set up initially. That's my bus. Pat saved us on that and got this going. But I do like the mix that we've got. We've got representation from all the different leagues that we're associated with. We got the Burke Scrubs in here. We got Goat Locker guys in here. Original Rebels guys in here. Limited iRacing. They're in here with the Outlaw series, so yeah, I mean it's a good mix. We're excited to see how these guys are able to race together.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. We definitely open it up to a lot of the different leagues that help support us and those we help support. We do a lot of broadcasting for a lot of different leagues, so we threw this out there for them as well. Always good to bring the community together a little bit, have some fun. Like, even if it is a little bit smaller of a field, I guess it just increases the odds of winning that hat. You got a 1 in 15 shot. Take a look now at the number 18 truck of Brian Pendleton, sitting second on the leaderboard, having himself a good night. Hasn't been able to really race with us on Thursdays due to some commitments and all that other stuff, but great to have him out here, see him back out on the track with us, and hopefully he has a great night there in the number 18.
Yeah, absolutely. He got back expecting that he was going to be racing tonight at the truck series. He didn't realize we were off this week, so I'm glad we were able to throw this up for him. And not that we really, we will go ahead and say we did. We threw this up for Ryan.
There we go.
Ryan won the race tonight, so we threw this race up.
It's all for you, Ryan. It's all for you. But as we take a look now at Davy Jones at number 10, and I commented a little bit earlier, Davy Jones is usually running a White Castle truck, and this evening he's got a Coca-Cola truck, so I guess he needed something to wash those White Castles down with, so he changed it up here a little bit. And then, as we switch over to Eddie Smith, who's always running that Tide truck, and after you eat White Castle, you're probably going to have to clean your shorts, so there's Eddie Smith in that Tide truck for you.
I'm going to get set up here to do the driver's meeting real quick. We try to do that before we
hear the music, yeah.
Come on, Mike. Seriously, it is GLRHAT. Hashtag GLRHAT. Come on, man. I mean, you put GIR hat like 10 times already. Come on. I know you're from Alabama. I know you're from Atmo.
Shots fired. Shots fired on the screen.
Anyways, all right, hold on. Let me let's see. Let me get in here and knock this.
Absolutely.
Let me see. Just refresh my memory. You got one faster pay, right?
80% fuel, unlimited
80%
tires.
fuel, unlimited tires. Okay, all right. All right, good evening, drivers. I know practice is winding down here, and before we get to qualifying, go ahead and knock this drivers' meeting out. So we've got 100 laps here at Nashville Super Speedway. You will have one faster pair. You have unlimited tires, and you're running on 80% fuel. So definitely keep an eye on that fuel gauge for your pit strategy. We got a good mix of drivers in here from all the different leagues that we're associated with. So I know a lot of you are not necessarily familiar with each other. Our expectations here at GLR is that we keep it clean, race each other with respect. We don't need to be running each other over on lap 1 when we've got 100 laps to go. Okay? I don't want to have to kick anybody out of here, but we'll do that if we have to. So let's keep it clean, respectful, and you guys have a good time. And the winner gets a hat. I know you guys are so excited for it. So good luck to everybody.
That's where you crack
Why?
laying the hammer down. Now, I don't want to have to kick anybody out of here, but, you know, I got an itchy kick finger. So.
Hey, Scott. Glad you could at least get into the stream, buddy. If you're too busy to race, we understand, but glad you're at least able to pop in the stream. We appreciate it, man.
Be sure to get entered in for the contest.
He did.
There. Oh, fantastic. Man, what's the postage going to be to Australia? Jeez.
Scott, are you making a joke? Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier, but whatever it is, we will definitely take care of it.
Absolutely, man. We got 2 minutes left here in practice. Really going to have to see here, you know, quite surprised to see Eddie Smith so far down on the speed chart, but I think he just ran some long runs here. He's really probably going to put down a fast lap when it comes to qualifying.
Yeah, either that or he's putting all his eggs in one basket and he's just going to win this hat in the chat.
I forgot about that. The hat in the chat.
Yep, the hat in the chat.
A Goat Locker Racing
Okay.
book.
All right, Mike, you're getting closer, my man. You're getting closer. Listen, there's no space between that hashtag and GLR hat. Okay? Just hashtag GLR hat. One thing.
Mike, I mean, we love having you out, man. We truly appreciate all your support. It sounds like you're having a little trouble here this evening.
Mike, have you been eating the sealant tonight?
Oh boy.
Okay. Quit eating the sealant. Put it on the antennas.
As we take a look at Brian Brogan here. I keep saying Brogan. It's just what's stuck in my head.
I know.
It's good to see him out here tonight. He's got the big hockey fan. What is it, the New York Islanders, I believe? Is that what it is?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Now he did say in chat, I am not a hockey guy by any stretch. I've watched one hockey game in my life, and I'll never watch another one. But anyways, he mentioned something in the chat earlier about being the Icelanders. So I don't know, did they do a name change or is that just a nickname because he's trying to be fancy? I don't know. Somebody clue me in.
Yeah, I'm not a hockey guy either. I've definitely watched more than one uh, hockey event because we have like a farm team here, and it's always fun to go down to the rink and watch a hockey game in person. It's so much different in person, especially the little farm league stuff. So that's always a blast, and we've done that a few different times. But to actually sit down and watch one on TV, no. I did go to a professional game one time up in Chicago. It was the Blackhawks and the Avalanche, and that was really cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a bad taste in my mouth for hockey. Um, I think you were still in SIG at the time, but it was a playoff, and for some reason out of blue, Catherine bought a bottle of Canada. Why she bought this thing, I have no idea. We didn't really drink Canada Dry, but she bought it, and they
Yeah.
were doing a contest. It said if you underneath your cap, if you had the team and the game that they won the Stanley Cup in, then you were entered to win your share of $250,000, right?
Oh, okay.
So I pull this cap off, and it said Dallas in 6. Now I don't watch hockey, but I'd heard on the radio that morning that Dallas was up 2-1 in the series. So I was like, "Wow, that they got a chance. Got a chance here."
Mhm.
So it got to Game 6. I watched the game, first game I've ever watched. That dang thing went into like 3 overtimes or something. It ended. It was like after 1 o'clock in the morning when it ended. All right, Dallas won.
Mhm.
They won it in 6. I'm like, man, I just got my share of $250,000. I went out and bought another bottle of Canada Dry so I could see, like, did they just put playoff teams on these caps, or is it the whole league? So try to get my odds, see how many caps would be out there, that kind of thing.
Right.
So figured out that all the teams in the league were put on here. So you got all the teams times 7 games, right? Not a lot of opportunity for that cap to be out there.
Right.
Right. So
Yeah.
I'm not thinking I'm getting $250,000 by any stretch, but I figured it would be a good chunk of change, right?
Sure.
So, yeah, sent the cap in, waited several months. Finally, I get a response back from Canada Dry. My share was like $70. So I was sorely disappointed, and after staying up till after 1 o'clock in the morning to watch a hockey game and only get that out of what I thought I was going to get, I said I'm never watching hockey again.
That is the strangest reason not to watch a professional sport that I've ever heard in my life. But I mean, you're a man of principle, and I can appreciate that.
It was just such a frustrating game.
I got nothing, man. That phenomenal. Phenomenal story there. I don't watch hockey because I had to watch a game and they sent me $70 7 months later.
Well,
Fair.
look, man. I mean, I had big plans for that money. I was looking up like the cost of what was that? What was it? Buddy Baker. He had that driving school at Rockingham. The
Oh,
one that
okay.
Gordon
Yep.
went. Gordon. I
Yep.
was like, man, if I get like 10 grand, I could go to that Buddy Baker driving school.
Hmm.
But just my dreams were crushed.
As we're wrapping up qualifying here, about a minute and 20 seconds left here, and as suspected, those JC Motorsports guys right to the top of the speed charts. So it looked like there during practice they were definitely working on tire strategy and tire saving, but when it came to qualifying, I mean, really put down some fast laps by almost 3/10 of a second over what we were seeing in practice there, Jamie.
Yeah, definitely. No surprise here to see Eddie Smith up at the top. Guess we could actually, man, I should have put a poll up to let everybody vote on who they thought was going to win. But yeah, we'll think about that for next time. But yeah, got about 30 seconds left here, and we can get this thing going. Looks like, unless some guys pull off something here late, Eddie Smith is probably going to be our poll winner.
Yeah, that's a really fast lap right there, and his teammate Jonah Colbert there, and about a tenth behind him, with another very fast lap. I mean, we were seeing, 30.5s. I think a couple 30.4s there in practice, but nothing like what these two JC Motorsports teammates just put up on the leaderboard. Impressive stuff there. So, and that is going to end qualifying there. And our pole winner for this evening is going to be Eddie Smith. So, congratulations to him. And we'll start, as they get to the grid, we'll start pulling up. And that's a better view of it. There we go. So, again, congratulations to our pole winner, Eddie Smith, and that number 25 JC Motorsports entry. Beautiful looking tied truck. To his outside is going to be his teammate, Jonah Colbert, in that 88 from JC Motorsports. Starting third is going to be Andrew Kurtz in that number 48. Starting fourth from Big Fish Motorsports, Logan Sturgeon in that number 26. Glad to have you out here tonight, Logan. Starting fifth, Ryan Pendleton in the number 18, and we kind of talked about him there a little bit before. Glad to have him back out here racing with us. Starting in sixth is going to be Curtis Hendon in that number 85 truck. Starting in seventh is going to be Mike Bertosa in that number 97 there. Oh, I was going to stop right before his name. Go for it, Jamie.
Okay, starting eighth, we got the 86 of Chris Resnowicki. Please tell me I said that right. All right, starting ninth, number 14, Tony Minton. Starting 10th, number 38, Braden Goddard. Starting 11th, number 16, Colton Lanford. Starting 12th, the number 7, Blaine Harrison. Starting 13th, number 4. Not sure why it's not 24, but number 4, Gregory Sherman. Starting 14th, number 23, another Goat Locker Racing driver, Davey Jones. And rounding out the field, number 45, Brian Brogan.
Always good to see him out here. So we're going to have 15 trucks that are going to take the green flag here this evening in the race for the Hat 100 as we continue to grid up and get ready to go racing. 100 laps should be a lot of fun here, and we're talking about it a little bit there during practice and what this track is going to provide when it comes to racing and how they've got to race it a little bit differently than anything that they've seen before. Because like you were saying, Jamie, this isn't a Chicago, this isn't a Kansas or a Kentucky. This is not a typical mile and a half. It's a 1.33 mile. As I heard it described as a short track with some really long straightaways. So gonna have to conserve the tires here a little bit with the size of the field the way that it is. I expect, and also with the quality of drivers that we have out here this evening, I'd expect we're gonna get some long green flag runs.
Yeah, for sure. And you're right. I mean, this track, I'm telling you, when you were on the track, it is optically deceiving. There's no other really way to say it. It looks and it feels like every other track, but then you go into that corner and you quickly realize this ain't that. So you got to make an adjustment, and I'm gonna tell you what I saw in that NIS. Well, we're getting ready to go green. We'll talk about that in a minute. So Eddie Smith, first start is on green.
We are underway here in the race for the Hat 100, presented by Goat Locker Racing. Eddie Smith off to a good start there. Looks like Jonah Colbert was a little bit slow on that restart, and now the 48 truck is able to get underneath him and make the pass there for second place.
Yeah, it looks like he might be bringing Logan Sturgeon along with him on the inside of that 80. Maybe Logan's going to fall in line there. Spoke a little too soon.
We'll keep an eye on Andrew Kurtz here, and we'll see how these JC Motorsports guys navigate the race. Again, we saw them in practice, not running the fastest lap time, so we'll have to see if they hold true to that kind of strategy here and back the times down a little bit to save some tires. But looks like everybody's pretty much got themselves sorted out single file.
We'd just like, for our viewers that are watching on Twitch, I would just like to point out that the drawing will go down at 8:10 Central Time. That'll be 9:10 Eastern. That's when the drawing for the hat will occur. We want to do it while the race is going on. When I set that up, I was not accounting for the race to start this late, so we will still have quite a bit of this race left when the drawing is happens. Hope you guys will still stick around, but definitely understand if you can't. But make sure you've typed hashtag GLR hat down there in the chat so that you are entered to win.
We had Tony Minton go around down on the inside, down on the infield. So he has now gone a lap down.
Was that a single car?
It was a single car from what I could tell, but he spun down to the inside and ended up in the infield cracks. Tough night here. We'll have to see if he gets back out and back into the racing. So we're coming up and completing lap number 5. We're scheduled 100 here this evening. Eddie Smith still out front with Andrew Kurtz in the number 48 truck stalking behind him. Only 0.2 of a second back. Jonah Colbert running about 0.8 of a second back of Eddie Smith at this point in time. And again, it seems everybody's gotten single file here and just logging some laps right now.
Yeah, and I have also just been reminded from our moderator, you do not have to be a subscriber to win the hat. But if you are a subscriber, your chances are multiplied. So you get 3 entries to every one if you are a subscriber to the channel. So anybody out there that's got their Amazon Prime handy that's not being used elsewhere, you do get 1 free subscription a month. Definitely love it if you threw it GLR's way, and that gives you 3 entries into the hat contest.
As we had a little bit of a battle there for 3rd place. It looked like Logan Sturgeon wanted to make a move there on Jonah Colbert. Couldn't quite make it and almost fell back into the clutches of Ryan Pendleton. And now Ryan Pendleton gets passed by Curtis Hendon there in that number 85 truck. And, well, I say that, and then Ryan comes back down to his inside. Wants to take that position back to the main there in the top 5. Oh, that is going to be a tough pass right there. Is that outside line really does get that run up off the corner. And the 2 trucks right there, the number 18 and 85, are still running side by side.
Yeah, I found in the NIS race, the best way to really make a pass was to take the outside and pin the other car as best you could, really force them to hold it down longer on the inside without, and it took that run away, especially off of turn 2. Trying to get underneath somebody was nearly impossible. The outside was really the best way to make it.
As a look there, Ryan Pendleton and Curtis Hendon got together a little bit. Curtis has now brought that truck down onto pit lane, and it is beat up pretty good there. So I'm not sure where he got the rest of that damage from, but that truck is smoking and everything else right now. Uses that quick repair and is going to get back out there on track. So we've now completed 10 laps of our scheduled 100 here this evening with Eddie Smith still out front. The 48 truck of Andrew Kurtz still stalking behind him. 2 to 3 tenths. It bounces back and forth each and every lap. Jonah Colbert sitting comfortably back there in 3rd place with Logan Sturgeon right behind him. Rounding out our top 5 is Ryan Pendleton at number 18.
And we just got a new subscriber. Maddie J. Grace's girlfriend is now a subscriber.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Great to have you on board.
Captain America, you got to put hashtag GLR hat, and it's all lowercase.
Got a feeling you're going to be doing that quite a few times tonight.
Yeah, I think so. That's a little confusing. I was even confused. Honestly, I wasn't really sure you had to put the hashtag until Eddie Smith confirmed that for us, that hashtag is required. So I was, when I was looking at the bot, setting that all up, it just said put in GLR hat. But I'm guessing any kind of commands like that probably require a hashtag or exclamation point or something. So makes sense.
All kinds of belts and chimes going on. We had a couple battles back here throughout the field. Brian Brogan working his way up. He's up 8 spots from where he started. Greg Sherman and that number 4 truck up 5 spots from where he started. So a couple guys moving their way up the field. And Blaine Harrison actually up 3 spots from where he started. So some good racing going on out here. We got Davy Jones up a couple spots from where he has started as well. So good to see him having a decent run here this evening. Back there in 13th position, kind of running by himself right now. Leader's not too far behind him, and now it looks like Jonah Colbert is making a move for that 2nd position.
Yeah, Andrew Kurtz was really making an effort to get after Eddie Smith earlier. I'm wondering if he didn't abuse those tires a little bit.
As now Jonah Colbert clears him coming out of 2, and he's bringing Logan Sturgeon along with him.
I tell you what, I just can't say enough about the run that Greg and Brian are putting together so far in this race. Really proud of them.
Yeah, good to see him out here. Good to see him having a good time with us.
Even though Uncle Greggy in chat did say if he wins the hat, he's going to soak it in wine.
And we are under caution. As it looks like, we'll go back and take a look here. Oh, there was a truck that was wrecked down on the inside. The 85 truck spins around on its own and then collects up a couple of other trucks. Tough break there. That is going to bring out our first caution here of the night. So with unlimited tires here this evening, my guess is that all of the drivers should come down pit lane, tank up, grab them 4 fresh tires, and get back after it again. It looks like the drop-off has been pretty significant on these tires.
Yes, definitely there is a drop-off here at Nashville Super Speedway. It's one of those. It's another one of those tracks where the drop-off is not going to match the actual tire wear. When these guys come in, if they pit now and take tires, if they check their tires, it's going to really probably look like they're still doing pretty good, especially the lefts. Very, very little wear on the left sides at all.
As we watch them come down pit lane here, see what the strategy is, but my guess is everybody's going to grab 4 fresh tires and get back out there and get back underway. Don't think they can make it on fuel from here quite yet, but we'll have to keep an eye on that as well. All the leaders are on pit road, and they are getting fuel and tires and back out. It really looks like they're going to come back out the same way they went in, Jamie.
Could you tell that they take 4, or did anybody try to take 2?
We'll pull up the pit stop times here, but I'm pretty sure everybody took 4 tires. Can't say that I blame them there. It's early in the race. Might as well not take any chances, knowing that like you were saying, Jamie, the tire wear might not reflect the fall off, but the fall off is real. I don't think anybody right now wants to gamble on 2 tires. Maybe a couple drivers will later in the race, but we'll have to see how that goes. But Eddie Smith there with a 14.8 second stop, Jonah Colbert with a 14.7. You know, Logan Sturgeon with a 14.8. So a lot of these crews doing their job. Ryan Pilmson had a little bit slower of a stop at a 16.9. But for the most part, all of them were around that 15-second mark. So everybody's going to have those fresh tires. We are going to get back underway with probably 80 laps to go here.
Yeah, we still got 11 trucks on the lead lap. Having a little bit of attrition here so far. Trucks that are multiple laps down. Got some guys that are having connection issues, it looks like. So.
Yeah, it looks like a good friend, Brian Brogan, has dropped out of the race.
Yeah, it just showed him reconnecting, so I'm not sure if it was just a connection issue or what. I hate that for him, especially since he was having such a good run. Had really worked his way up there. Sitting probably about 6th or 7th at the time that caution came out, I believe.
As right now we have 11 trucks on the lead lap. It's been some great racing so far. It looked there towards the end of this run, and really it was only about 17 laps there, but a couple of the trucks were getting loose coming off the corners there, so I think people pushing the trucks a little too hard and using up the tires early in these runs. So again, we'll have to see how some of these guys, especially the 48 of Andrew Kurtz, now that he went out there and really tried to chase down the leader and ran that truck hard and then started to fall back a little bit, how he changes his strategy on this run.
Yeah, he definitely gets an opportunity here to take a different approach. See if maybe he doesn't just take it a little easier on this run. I mean, he obviously has some good speed, but again, I think Eddie kind of schooled him a little bit in what the long run speed's going to look like. So, but hey, we gave him unlimited tires, so he gets to reset and re-rack, go back at it.
But I'm guessing there's a choose rule in place or something here, because Eddie Smith is on the outside right now. And Logan Sturgeon is on the outside as well.
Huh. I'm not sure.
And so is Ryan Pendleton. It's like the odd number of trucks are to the outside.
Yeah, I don't have a good answer for that.
I don't have a good answer for it either. And I'm the one that set the race up. So to everybody that's listening and to the drivers out there, my bad. Not really sure how that happened, but Eddie Smith gets a great restart here. He launches out to the lead. Jonah Colbert falls into second place. Logan Sturgeon back into third. And the field continues to kind of sort itself out and get single file.
Yeah, I expect.
I'm not really sure. Go ahead, Jamie. Sorry.
A lot of weirdness going on tonight, man. I mean, really, all that's important is, we're gonna give 2 hats away before this thing's over with. So these other little issues are, not a big deal. I mean, this is a fun run after all. It's not. There's no points on the line. Nope. Just to be the first cool kid on your street with a Goat Locker Racing hat. That's it.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at the session and see how I did that, because I'm not real sure. That was kind of interesting, and I'm sure it threw our drivers off for a little bit there. But most of them probably laughed it off and like, "Yep, they threw another wrinkle at us."
Yeah, they probably think it's intentional, so we should probably quit talking about it and just go with it.
Yeah, I meant to do that. That's exactly what happened. Keep them on their toes.
Yeah, I've seen some new names in the chat box here. So listen, if you just joining us, make sure you type in #GLR hat so that you can be entered to win one of these nice fancy new Goat Locker Racing hats as well. We're getting one away to the stream and one away to the winner of this race. So you viewers have a shot to win as well.
Yeah, a lot of fun. We have been putting together Goat Locker Racing for months and months and months. And it's taken a lot of hard work and a lot of time to reach this point in time. So I know that everybody over at Goat Locker Racing, especially me, are extremely excited to finally get to start giving away some cool stuff to those that support us. And really it all goes back to helping us support the causes that we do, and bringing veterans, firefighters, and police officers and first responders together, giving them a place to just come out and have some fun and race and relax and build just an awesome community. And it all goes towards doing that. So for everybody that's watching the broadcast, we really appreciate it. Hope you get entered to win the hat, and we'll get it shipped out to you if you're the one selected.
Even if it has to go to Australia, Scott.
Even if it has to go to Australia. We have now completed 1/4 of our race here this evening. 25 laps are completed of the GLR race for the hat. Eddie Smith has been in control of this race from the drop of the green flag. And again, it looks like these top 3, even 4 drivers, is Andrew Kurtz this time around, is kind of laying back a little bit. So I think they're understanding what's going on. And it looks like Blaine Harrison has crashed. We'll go back and take a look at it. 7 is underneath the 16. Pushes up, gets into the side of the 16, and up into that outside wall. So tough break there. Doesn't look like a whole lot of damage to that number 7 truck. Some right front damage for sure. Should be able to get that fixed up. The 16 truck doesn't look too bad right now either.
Yeah, unfortunately, so I can't see the replay like you're seeing it. So did I understand it correctly that the 7 pushed up into the 16?
Yes, sir.
Okay, bad break for Colt Lanford.
Yeah.
Seemed like he was a little bit bored earlier today. Had his work all wrapped up. Probably looking forward to this race. Hopefully he use that fast repair and get back out here and get at it. And Scott, you want it hand delivered? Cat Biatch might be willing to volunteer to do that for you.
I'm sorry, what did you just say?
Scott wants the hat hand delivered if he wins.
Cat who? What was the second part of what you said? Cat who?
Cat Biatch.
What is that?
Well, that's Catherine's name on here.
This complete thing is out of control this evening.
Chase says that if he wins the hat, he's sending you your favorite football player's jersey. I'm guessing that's that Carl Nassib guy, or however you say his name.
I'm not sure what's happening. But all our leaders are on pit road. I'm going to try to focus on the race right now and those types of things. But all our leaders came back down pit road, grabbed 4 fresh tires once again, and they're going to get back out and underway. So it looks like the strategy here tonight, considering they have unlimited tires, is every time that caution comes out, come grab you 4 fresh ones and get back after it again. But JC Motorsports, again, having a strong showing here this evening. And it does look like we had a couple trucks stay out. The 97 truck and the 16 truck.
Ooh. That might be kind of interesting. How many laps? It's only been about 8 laps since we had that last caution, right?
It has been. Yeah.
Oh, well, it looks like maybe they're coming down now, or...
We'll have to see here a little bit. Did that number 16 truck peel off? No, he is still behind the pace truck.
Yeah, the 16 is still up.
Got some damage to the right rear of that truck for sure. Getting tangled up there with the number 7 truck that brought this caution out, but obviously he thinks that the truck is good enough to kind of hold out front right now, so he's going to take his chances and see what he can do.
The winner of the hat is picked randomly by Twitch. Well, I should say this bot that's running the contest. So we don't have anything to do with it. At 8:10, we will have the drawing done, and that's how the winner will get picked. Sorry, Pat.
Oh, nope, you're good. As you're talking to the people in the broadcast and they're coming up with questions, it's always good to answer those questions. But yeah, it'll be randomly selected, not by us. So be sure that anybody that's watching the broadcast, do the hashtag GLRHat, get entered into it. It's 8:10 Central Time, 9:10 Eastern Standard Time. The bot will randomly select somebody that we're going to ship a hat off to.
Yeah, and we've got a new subscriber. Captain America is just subscribed to us, so we really appreciate it.
Well, I mean, who wouldn't appreciate Captain America subscribing to your humble little stream? I mean, it's Captain America.
Yeah, full disclosure, he's like that new Captain America in the Falcon and White Winter Soldier thing on Disney. He's not like the cool Captain.
Okay, fair enough, man. Because now they're lining back up again, and this time around it looks like there's no inversion, so yeah, not sure what was happening there, but Eddie Smith will start on the outside in second place. Colton Lanford maintains that inside position starting in first, and the rest of the trucks are lined up behind him, so we'll have to see what Colton could do now. And the 38 truck out of nowhere just spins around.
Did it stop to start?
Yeah, go ahead and throw the caution, Davey.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly what happened there. I just saw the 38 truck spin around as we got back underway.
Yeah, that would be the 38 of Braden Goddard. Not sure if he had help there or not.
Yeah, not really sure what happened there, and I'm not able to find him on track right now. So.
Oh, Pat.
Uh-oh.
We have royalty. We have royalty in our chat. 77 of Magic Mike Uribe is in the house.
Oh, Magic Mike! Glad to have you tuned into the broadcast. Hey, make sure you get entered to win the hat tonight, Magic. Great to have you out.
Yeah.
And then, hey, you know, if the Hitman's not out there, well, doing what the Hitman does, we might even see him this year. Actually, probably to stay in his good graces, I think we should just send him a hat, Jamie.
You know, that might be a good idea. However, since he's not in here, I'm going to talk bad about him for a second. You know, I'm not so sure his nickname has anything to do with what we think it had something to do with. Because last Sunday night, he clobbered the crap out of me in the trial of Daytona. And I'm thinking that might be where his nickname comes from.
Hitman, he's calling you out. He's calling you out.
He's not even in here, but we love you, Phil. Just messing with you.
Yeah, always a good time, man. Magic Mike, Phil the Hitman, man. So, both of them class acts. We broadcast a couple of series for them, the Friday Night ARCA series, which season 3 starts this Friday night at Daytona. The field has been set. The duels are done. So looking forward to getting back to some ARCA racing. And then on the Monday night Street Stock series, which started this week, actually. So week number 2 will be next week. And great racing that past week, this past Monday. And expect nothing but more of that going forward in that Street Stock series.
We've also picked up a new follower, C. Stevens, 84. Name sounds like I should know it. I apologize.
Charles Stevens?
Ah, yes. Yes.
Oh, that's awesome if he's out there hanging out with us. Good to have you with us, man. He's a lot of fun to run with. We run with him in Xfinity, run with him in trucks as well. Just a class act of a driver.
Sorry, Charles, I didn't pick up on that a lot sooner.
Welcome to our chaotic broadcast here this evening. We called it the race for the hat, but it might just be the Mad Hat of 100 at this point in time. We got some people in the stream. Just a phenomenal audience in the stream here this evening. Glad that you can come out and hang out with us. Glad to see so many people enter to win the hat. A lot of good racing here so far. We've had a couple little incidents and a couple little cautions here, but nothing too significant as the field continues to kind of sort its way out. But Eddie Smith has been in control since the drop of the green here, so we'll have to see if anybody's got anything for him as the race continues on.
Yeah, still not quite sure what happened to the 38 there on that restart. I know he has lost connection to the race. It actually came out and said he had packet loss and that he was removed. So I'm not sure if that had anything to do with his incident. That it might have just gotten kicked out and some netcode stuff going on. It's unfortunate for him. We are still got 11 trucks on the lead lap. Brian Brogan's sitting there in 12th. He's 2 laps down. So apparently he has been able to get back into the race.
Well, let's see if we get any more cautions here. Obviously, the first truck a lap down, so he's going to get caught up in anything. He's going to be our free pass truck. So it'd be good to see him get back on the lead lap and get up here and battle for the win a little bit. And you never know, Jamie. Maybe we cheat the system a little bit and give him a couple waiver rounds. Who knows? It is a fun.
Yeah, I'm thinking that might happen. I wish I'd have realized sooner that he was back in it, but that's okay. We'll fix it if we can. And we've got our driver of the number 5 Gill Insurance Advisors Chevy Silverado has joined the chat, Alex Cruz. Alex, make sure you put hashtag GLR hat in there to be entered to win the hat we're giving away to the stream at the end of this race.
I don't know if Goat Locker people are eligible for the contest, but go ahead, Alex. If you win the hat, we'll figure out who will actually give it to you. Green flag is out. Eddie Smith gets an outstanding jump here. As Logan Sturgeon now is down to the inside of that 16 truck of Colton Lanford that stayed out there. So we're going to see how far he ends up falling back. Now we have a new second place truck, that number 26 from Big Fish Motorsports, Logan Sturgeon.
Yeah, nice to see Logan having a good solid run here tonight. Got that truck looking pretty good right now. And we've got another new subscription. Charles Stevens is subscribed. Charles, we appreciate the support. And yes, Scott, Alex will be getting a hat anyways. So if he does win the hat, it will go to someone else as far as winning. But yes, we take care of our drivers here at Goat Locker Racing, and he will get everything that Pat and I get.
Yeah, a couple of our drivers here. This was a scheduled off week for Goat Locker Racing, so a couple of our drivers like Cody McElwain and Alex Cruz had some other things going on, not able to get a Goat Locker truck into racing tonight. No big deal though. Guys are doing great during the regular season, but for those of you that don't know, Cody McElwain is a lineman, not in football. Power lineman, as in power poles and doing those types of things. And oftentimes when you see him miss a race, he's on call because of storms that have come through and people are without power. So he's on call here again. Going through, so hopefully he gets a chance to at least tune into the broadcast. And, stay safe out there, Cody, and we're looking forward to some playoff racing on Friday with you.
Yeah, and again, oh, sorry, Pat, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to touch on Cody once again. You know, Cody needed a truck. He wanted a truck for the Lineman Foundation, and I was really happy to be able to put something together for him for that. And, you know, people don't really think about the linemen all that much. You don't really think about them until, you know, the hurricanes come through or whatever, and you're sitting there and you've been without power for a few days, and you're probably cussing them out more than you're really supporting them. But no different than the military, the police, first responders. You know, those guys sacrifice a lot of their time and well-being to make sure that we all have probably the most important thing that we can possibly have at our home, and that's electricity. So, you know, next time you guys are without power for an extended period of time, it's not because somebody's not trying. So keep those guys in your thoughts, and you know, if you can run them out some food or some drinks or something when you see them out there working like that, by all means do it. That's why we have Cody on board with us at Goat Locker Racing. He may not be military or police, but he's just as vital and important to our everyday way of life as anybody else is. So thank you, Cody, for everything you do. Sorry you can't be here tonight, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely. Cody's a hell of a racer and a stand-up guy. Alex is a hell of a racer and a stand-up guy. Alex spending some good time with the family and taking the week off to rest up and get ready for next week in our Salute to America 100 Darlington Speedway. It's going to be a blast next week to get back underway. But in the meantime, closely approaching halfway through the race here. And as we were talking, I didn't see it, but Logan Sturgeon has passed Eddie Smith on the track and is now in first place.
You know, I was too busy running my trap, and I missed it too, and I really feel bad that we missed that. So
let's do a rewind here.
Good on you, Logan. Good on you, Logan.
Let's see how he made this pass. As Eddie Smith is a little higher up on the track there, going down into one. Logan puts it down on the bottom and powers out at two and moves right by him. So, great move, Logan.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking good, Logan. And another thing I missed while I was talking about Cody, we got another subscription. This time it's from our good buddy Magic Mike Aribe. He is our new and latest subscriber, so thank you very much for the support, Magic Mike.
Heck yeah. Always like having Magic Mike around. Awesome guy. Like I said, maybe Phil's out there doing some of the work that he does. But, I'm sure the message will get relayed to him, and we'll be hearing from the hitman.
And I did just get a message from Braden Goddard. His internet went out, so that was the cause of the issue there on that restart. I'm not sure if anybody got collected in that or not. If they did, he definitely apologizes. It was not intentional. He lost internet. Nothing he could do about that.
Yeah, tough break. It looked very strange when you said he had the packet loss. I kind of figured it was a power, power went out or something like that, because that truck just hung a hard left and spun out, which was very strange to see, especially as we were pacing. So tough break for you. Appreciate you sending the message and all that stuff. And as always welcome to come out here and race with us here at Go Locker Racing. As we continue on here, Logan Sturgeon still up front leading this race with two JC Motorsports teammates. Right behind him, Jonah Colbert is now caught up to the rear bumper of Eddie Smith. And so we're going to have these three trucks in a row. And I'd have to think that these JC Motorsports guys are just going to ride. I know Logan probably wanted to get out there and get that truck in clean air and lead some laps here tonight, so definitely able to do that. I'd have to think that the two guys behind him are just going to hang out and try to conserve some tires.
Yeah, no reason to push right now. They are separating. The three of them are separating from the rest of the field, so they can just ride at this point. I'm pretty sure they will have to stop again for fuel before this thing's done, since we did set it to 80%. But maybe not. Maybe they can't go the rest of the way. Not sure. We will have to see how this unfolds.
Don't look now, Jamie, but look at your fifth place truck.
Oh, I was just looking at that because our brother Ryan Pendleton is sitting there in fourth, but Gregory Sherman is making gains. Uncle Greggy is up to fifth and is looking to get into that top four.
Now, I'm not 100% sure why he's running a vasectomy truck, but I guess we're just going to go with it.
I'm not either, but his threat to soak our hat in wine may not be such a veiled threat after all.
It's now the 48 truck is pulling up to the outside of Greg. So we got a good little three truck battle right here for fifth, sixth, and seventh place. Ryan Pendleton having a great night there in that number in the sitting spot in the racing truck. Now Andrew Kurtz has moved to the outside of Greg Sherman, and the two trucks are still side by side, trying to sort out who's going to be that fifth place truck. Now I see that Logan Sturgeon has dropped back to third place. The two JC Motorsports guys have gotten by him. So looking maybe like Logan might have used up his tires there a little bit, and these guys are now working past him.
Yeah, I think I heard Andrew Kurtz saying something about I saw that trick already, Logan. You fell for it too. Something like that.
Yeah, we talked a little bit there in the beginning of this race. 48 really was pushing hard to get up there and fight with Eddie Smith, and then ended up dropping back to the field. maybe Logan has done the same thing here, and he pushed hard to get up to the lead of this race, and now finds himself falling back in third position. So, a lot of racing left here to go. Got to take care of the tires in these trucks.
Yeah. And with about 7 minutes remaining in our hat giveaway contest for our viewers, anybody that has just recently joined us and is not aware, we are giving away a hat to the viewers here at 8:10 Central Time. So make sure you type in hashtag GLR hat into the chat, and that will enter you to win. You do not have to be a subscriber to win, but if you are a subscriber, you get 3 entries to every one.
As those two drivers back in 5th and 6th swapped spots a couple of different times now. So good to see him having a good race out there. And I haven't talked a whole lot about the 86 truck sitting back in 7th position. But Chris Resnowicki. We're going to go with that. Having himself a good evening. I know he was excited to get out here tonight and race with us. And so great to have him out here with us. Having a great race. Blaine Harrison back in another 7 truck. We saw him have a little bit of troubles there before, and he's still got a little right front damage to that truck. Up 5 spots from where he started at 8th. Mike Bertosa having himself a solid night. The number 97/43 truck. Cool looking truck, Richard Petty type scheme there. Definitely like it. Colton Lanford on that 16 truck is now falling back all the way back to the 10th position. So still solidly within the top 10 there. A lot of damage to the right side of that truck. And Dave Jones running back in 11th position right now, up 4 spots from where he started. And then our last truck that is still out there on the racetrack is in 12th position, Brian Brogan in that New York Islanders truck. They are starting to gap Logan Sturgeon at this point in time. As now he's fallen almost second back of our leader, Eddie Smith. So we are coming up to complete lap number 57 in the GLR Race for the Hat 100. Presented by us here at Goat Locker Racing. As we've talked about all evening long, the winner of this race is going to get one of our brand new hats. Still haven't decided if we're going to autograph it or any of those types of things, even though a lot of people are asking for that. And I gotta imagine if any one of these JC Motorsports guys get interviewed after the race, they're gonna make their demands.
Yeah, I mean, look, if somebody really wants an autograph, we'll autograph it. You go ahead and you sign it, you send it to me, and then I'll send it to them. It don't matter. That's what they want. We'll get it done. I honestly, I do not know why you would want it, but hey, people want to listen to us talk. Don't know why, but they do. So hey, stranger things have happened.
That is actually a very solid point, Jake. So it looks like these JC Motorsports guys had a little bit of a team communication there. Jonah Colbert sends it deep into the corner. Eddie Smith stays high. So I think this is just a little team strategy to get Jonah Colbert out there and lead a few different laps and allow Eddie Smith to fall back and save some tires. Because that move right there looked pretty intentional, too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun last night in the Thunderstruck series, the Tour Modifieds that they were on Wednesday night. Eddie Smith was
good race.
Yeah, we had
race.
Eddie Smith as one of our guest commentators up in the booth with us, and had no idea he was such a comic.
I know.
He had me cracking up all night long.
He's on it. He's on it.
I think the first one that got me was we were talking about a driver that was moving up through the field, and all of a sudden here comes Eddie with, yep, he's got his napkin tucked into his shirt, his fork and knife, and he's ready to eat. And I was like, what? The things that happen during these broadcasts, I tell you. Again, these two JC Motorsports guys working very well together. Logan Sturgeon now is falling second half back, almost 1.8 seconds back. of Jonah Colbert at this point in time. So he is definitely feeling the tire fall off in his truck as these two JC Motorsports guys continue to pull away.
I see Uncle Greggy has made his way to 4th. He's got past Andrew Kurtz again after Andrew had passed him some short time ago. Ryan Pendleton dropping back to 6th. Still a good solid run.
Greg has always been one of those patient drivers. You never really see him laying down a hot lap or getting out front early. But you get into a long run, and he definitely knows how to save fuel and save tires. So not surprising to see him move up here into the 4th position. Obviously, quite a ways back from the leaders at this point in time. But I've seen him win a race at Michigan on a fuel-saving pit strategy race. So if there's anybody in the field that can do it, it's going to be him.
Oh, for sure.
Take a look at our 3rd place truck a little bit. Having himself a very solid night here. Racing hard. Was up there for the lead for a little while, so we're definitely not going to have the one guy lead it from lap 1 to lap 100. We've had a couple of leaders here this evening.
Yeah, for sure. More lead changes than we've probably seen all week. Although there was quite a few lead changes last night in that modified race. And again, man, that pass for the win, I still can't get over that.
No, that was, I don't know, that was just amazing last night to watch. Watch Griff in that number 12 car last night in the 4 modifieds, work his way up through the field, get a penalty, go to the rear of the field, work his way back up through the field. A little bit of pit strategy, a little bit of fuel strategy, got his car out front, and was able to keep it out there. And then that late race caution and a restart, and then out of nowhere, loses the race there to just a phenomenal move. And his name's eluding me right now. Who won the race last night?
I know, it was eluding me too. That's why I kind of just stayed with that pass for the win.
Dang it, Jamie. Thought you were going to save me.
I know it was Griff that, it was Kieran Church.
There you go. That's
yep.
right.
So, yeah, not to cut you off, but it is that time, folks. It is time to give away the hat, the Goat Locker Racing hat, to one of the lucky viewers. So I hope everyone has entered in by typing in hashtag #GLRhat into chat. That's how you get entered. I'll give everybody, I'm going to count to about 10, and then I'm going to hopefully hit this button. It's going to draw the winner. So, can we get a drum roll? Anybody got a drum roll? All right, never mind. All right, here we go, folks. Oh, well, thank you, Charles, he's handing out gifted subs.
Oh, outstanding.
So, that gifted sub went to Tony Minton.
Oh, good. Yeah, Tony Minton definitely had a tough night tonight, so
yeah, he did.
Great for him to pick up that gifted subscription to our channel. Awesome stuff. We appreciate it.
Yep. So, all right, here we go. I'm pushing the button now. I'm giving everybody ample time to put in hashtag #GLRhat. So here we go. Well, I guess Twitch has been listening to us, and we've talked about it way too much.
Uh-oh.
So, the winner of the hat. Scott Rankin.
We are shipping it to Australia, my friends. And lo and behold, we've got Scott Rankin actually sitting in the waiting room that wants to jump up into the booth here. So I don't know how that happened, but let's bring you up into the booth and figure out how we do international mailing.
Oh.
Hey, Scott, it's Pat and Jamie up in the booth. Congratulations on the win.
Oh, look, I mean, you know, the boys down there in Twitch chat tonight. I mean, they really put the car through its paces, and to be able to, slot the car up in the first place to win a hat. I mean, you can't do that from Twitch chat very often, but we've managed to do that tonight.
I got nothing. That was great, Scott.
Hey, lads, what's going on? What's new, friends?
Oh, not much, man. Just enjoying this little fun run we're putting on here, and I know it was supposed to be a night off, but who really wants to take a night off from racing?
Well, I mean, I was actually keen to come and run this, and then I actually had to get a doctor's appointment. The only time I could get was right as the server was starting, so I was like, no, you gotta be kidding me, right? Oh well, what I had anyway.
That's true, man. So you'll have to shoot us your address, and we'll get that shipped over to you.
Yeah, do you think my social security number, my credit card, the digits on the back of that, the expiry date as well? Or?
No, from what I understand, Scott, you have really terrible credit, so I don't think that's going to help me out at all. But I appreciate it. Always love talking to you, man. Always a crack up. Thanks for coming out and supporting us, man. And we look forward to seeing you at Darlington this week coming up.
Well, what a track to go to for our next race. I mean, we're at the midpoint of the season. It's been a rough season so far. Look, Go Locker Racing, you guys have clearly heard the frustration that's coming through. I've been so fast this season, I cannot buy a lottery ticket, but apparently you can win a hat.
I mean, there's silver linings everywhere, my friend. Silver linings everywhere.
Hey, well, look at it this way, Scott. Your fellow Australians can go buy a lottery ticket, assuming you guys do have the lottery there. You can't go buy a lottery ticket, but they can't go buy a Goat Locker Racing hat.
That's very true. That's very true. We actually had a massive jackpot. I do another broadcast with another league, and the guy that's the head commentator on it, he's a radio announcer by day. That's his day gig. So he likes to comment on everything. So we spent about 5 to 10 minutes talking about the race last night, about an hour talking about the lottery, COVID, the whole shebang. It's entertaining. Like, I enjoy it, but man, let's get no more lottery ticket talk, please. No.
All right. Well, we're going to get back to the race here as we're winding the things down. Again, shoot us your address and all that stuff. And thanks for coming out. We'll get you that Goat Locker Racing hat, Scott.
Oh, you guys are gonna get multiple photos. I'm gonna wear that thing until it falls off my head.
Love it, man.
Nice. And the other thing that's nice, we've got another subscription, Space Goat, which is Braden Goddard from the Outlaws series that we're going to be broadcasting here and starting in September. He is also subscribed, so we appreciate it, Braden.
So we were going through the contest and talking to our contest winner from the stream. It was absolutely awesome. Get back to the racing here. Logan Sturgeon has really fallen off the pace here. Jonah Colbert's got himself about a 6/10 of a second lead, and if you look at the right side of that Eddie Smith truck, he has gotten into the wall and flat-sided that thing there, Jamie.
Oh no. Tough break for Eddie.
The whole right side of that truck is scraped up. It's definitely got some right front damage to it. A little bit of right rear damage. Spoiler still looks good on it, but tough break there. And we go back and take a look at our third place truck. Logan Sturgeon, again, having himself a pretty solid night. It's just, I think the tire strategy is not playing out really well for him, and he's really starting to fall back here. Greg Sherman still running back in that fourth position. We've got some other trucks. It looks like they've made some pit stops here. Maybe some early pit stops. And get some tires, as now we're seeing Greg Sherman come down on the pit road. So obviously these trucks cannot make it to the end on fuel. So some of these guys are stopping early here to take advantage of some fresh tires and get back out on track and hopefully make up some ground on the leaders.
Well, they're only going to have about 22 laps.
Here come the JC Motorsports guys.
Yep.
So Joni Colbert and Eddie Smith coming down pit road. I'm pretty sure, and we'll keep an eye on Eddie Smith here. He's got that fast repair in his back pocket, so should be able to get that number 25 truck fixed up and back underway.
Yeah, and then we'll see how hard these teammates are going to race each other. I mean, normally I know most weeks they probably, just like us, as long as one of them wins, they'd be happy. But I mean, the stakes are high tonight. There's a Goat Locker Racing hat on the line. So I don't think there'll be any friends out there, Pat.
No, and that number 25 truck is all fixed up. And we see the same thing with Logan Sturgeon. His right side of his truck is flat-sided and all scraped up as well. So at some point in time, Logan had gotten into the wall. And they are back out on track. And Jonah Colbert gets on and off pit road with a huge lead at this point in time.
He sure did.
We'll take a look at the pit stop times there. Man, they came down nose to tailgate, but that is not how they are leaving.
No, Jonah had a phenomenal pit stop there. His boys really went to work and got him out. And I'm gonna tell you, with with only 20 laps to go, basically 21 laps, something like that. He can hammer down. There's no reason to save anything now.
Yeah, as we look at the pit stints here and the pit stop times, Jonah Colbert's stop was 0.6 of a second faster, 14.7 compared to a 15.3, and Logan Sturgeon also at a 14.7. So Logan's going to be able to make up a little bit of time on these guys here, but Eddie Smith now finds himself 1.6 seconds back of our leader. That is a lot of time to make up as we come up to 20 laps to go here in the GLR Race for the Hat 100, presented by Goat Locker Racing and all of our great sponsors. And we talked about them before, Jam Printing and Promotions, who put together these hats for us, and we'll be picking those up tomorrow so we can get them shipped out. One apparently heading to Australia. The other one, well, we'll sort that out here shortly. Guild Insurance and Advisors, great sponsor of ours as well. G2G Trailers, Travis Lee Creative, a great veteran-owned business, does a lot of graphic work and has done a lot of graphic work and designed our logos, and Tracks for Vets, and all the different organizations that we get the privilege of being a part of, and them supporting us as well.
Whew. Man, race has really kind of flown by. Kind of disappointed to see that there's not much of it left, but I'm excited to see who's going to pull this out. I mean, Jonah's got a little over a 1 second lead on Eddie. Eddie's really going to have to pedal pretty hard if he's going to make that difference up in about 17 laps remaining.
Yeah, we'll take a look at it as the lap times go by. I mean, Eddie is making up some time. That last lap we made up on him. As we're coming up with 17 laps to go, I mean, Eddie is really putting the metal down. So we're going to have to see if he continues to make gains here. That time at 4/100ths of a second. So he's really going to have to hustle that truck and get up there. And that's one thing to get there. He's going to have to use a lot of tire to get there. And it's going to be a whole nother thing to get around Jonah Colbert.
Mike Browning has he started a petition for firefighters to get a free signed hat.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Well, Mike, we will have plenty of more giveaways. It's not like we only ordered 2 hats. Trust me, we got plenty of them coming in. Obviously, the Goat Locker team guys will get them. Our contest winners tonight will get them. And then we will be hosting some other stuff, some fun runs, some charity type stuff, and giving away some hats. And of course, those guys that are coming out and racing the Goat Locker Truck Series on Thursday nights, we're gonna have a couple of surprises for them as well too. So just stay tuned, Mike. Trust me, we got plenty of Goat Locker stuff coming out. And definitely make sure we take care of the guys that race with us. That last lap, Eddie Smith lost almost a 1/10 there. So I think the tires are getting to him in there a little bit. And Jonah Colbert is just running a smooth race right now with 14 laps left to go. The minute I say that, it's swatting that 10th right back.
And Jonah will be fine with that.
As long as he can maintain that lead, I'm sure he'll be just as happy as he can be. We'll go back and take a look at the Logan Sturgeon, number 26 truck there, running back in 3rd place, almost 10 seconds back of our leader. So not sure that he got on and off pit road as good as the leaders did there. Running back and forth at this point in time is Andrew Kurtz in that number 48 truck. Greg Sherman solidly in the top 5, so great to see him having a good race here this evening. That number 86 truck, driven by Chris
Resnowicki.
All right. Having a good night there in 7th, and then Ryan Jones, our brother out there, still got some damage to the rear of that truck, so hasn't really been able to get that truck fixed up all the way, but solidly sitting there in 7th. Mike Tosa, that number 97/43, running in 8th position. Blaine Harrison having himself a decent night as well, that number 7 truck. Great to see him out here with us. Brian Brogan now finds himself in the top 10.
Unfortunately, we didn't get the cautions to help Brian out after those connection issues, but still solid run tonight, Brian.
As our top 2 trucks right now are swapping 10s or 100s, back and forth each and every lap. So 11 laps to go here. It's been holding steady right at a second, and Jonah Colbert still continues to lead this race.
And we've got a Braden Goddard has pledged for the next fun run that we do. He's pledged a BG Racing shirt to the winner.
Oh, outstanding, man.
So the next one we do, man, people could be walking out here with some pretty good swag.
That's super cool. We appreciate that, brother. It was a lot of fun the other night calling their super late model race. I know that BG Designs is one of the title sponsors over there with that Outlaws super late models. So great to have you out here tonight. Sorry about that internet connection stuff. And then, the next time we put one together, we'll be sure to get a hold of you and get one of those BG Design t-shirts out there as well. We are now under 10 laps to go here in the GLR race for the Hat 100. Jonah Colbert still holding on to a pretty good lead here. Again, staying right about in a second.
Yeah, he's got some lap traffic he's having to deal with now. I know Brian was pretty courteous to him. It looks like Ryan's going to do the same thing, just get out of his way and let him go. We'll see if Eddie catches him at a different spot that might benefit him, that he gets around him a little quicker.
Eddie Smith, the past couple laps, continues to just be a tick faster than our leader. These laps are winding down. At this pace right now, he's going to have to be at least a tenth of a second faster per lap to even get to the tailgate of that 88, let alone try to get around it.
Right, and again, passing here is not easy. A lot of people are calling this a one-groove racetrack. It is not. You can run side by side here, but passing is still difficult because when you're running side by side with somebody, really neither one of you go anywhere. So 43 kind of bounced off the wall a little bit, didn't bounce off the wall, but kind of off the wall right kind of in front of the 25. Luckily they didn't get collected there.
Yeah, he was getting out of the way of our leader, and I think he just kind of misjudged where the second place truck was at. But we appreciate these guys getting up and out of the way. Again, great group of drivers that come out here each and every week, come out here and race. And a lot of respect for one another, and a lot of these guys know when these leaders come around, hey, let them go out there and try to battle for the win here, and let me get out of the way. So we are going to come up with 5 laps to go to settle this race. It's going to come down to the fellers.
It is, and that fella in the 25 is making up ground.
I'll be curious to see when. I think he's going to get there. But when he gets there, is he going to be able to do anything with Jonah Cole?
Yeah, like I said, it's going to be tough. Passing is so tough unless he just really sets Jonah up just perfect. Well, we might see a drag race to the start-finish line if he continues to make this ground up.
Hey, Jamie, I'll tell you right now, if the roles were reversed and we were in a race and the prize was a JC Motorsports hat, I'd just dump it.
No, absolutely.
I'd just send it. I mean, a hat's on. There's no teammates when there's a hat on the line. We are coming up to 3 laps to go here, so 97 laps complete, and it has not been short of some pretty exciting racing. We've had green flag pit stops and a lot of really tight racing back through the field. Had a few cautions there to start the race off, and won about 30 or so laps into it, but once they kind of sorted that out, it has gone green since that point in time. To the point again, like I said, we had those green flag stops. Some of these trucks were able to get on and off pit road a little bit better than the others, and these two JC Motorsports trucks have been strong all night long. And 2 laps to go now. Eddie Smith is still coming, but I don't know, Jamie. Just I don't know that he's gonna have enough to get around it.
He really drove that in deep into turn 1 and made up a little more ground. We'll see if he still gets to run off after he drove in so deep. But it's gonna be tough. But Jonah's got another lap car here. He's got to get around. And although these guys have been giving him plenty of room, if he catches them at the wrong time, there's not a lot that they can do.
1 lap to go here. Final lap here in the GLR race for the hat, and that 86 truck stays up and to the outside. And, well, I don't think Jonah's going to... he does clear it. Had me a little bit worried there for a second. He clears him, and Eddie Smith doesn't look like he's going to be able to get to the tailgate at this point in time. Jonah Smith is going to come off turn 4, bring it down for the checkered flag, and Jonah Colbert is going to win tonight's GLR race for the Hat 100. He's going to get that coveted Goat Locker Racing hat. Oh, and there it is. There's the chrome horn.
We knew that was coming. Those are teammates, folks.
They absolutely are. Probably could not be happier for one another there. But Jonah had a pretty clean truck all night long up to that point in time, and now that it's Torah. Congratulations to Jonah. Heck of a drive here tonight. Threw a little bit of pit strategy there, and he really got on and off pit road a lot cleaner than his teammate did, and that's really what made the difference.
Yeah, that was that pit stop was huge. It was really everything. If they had gone off pit road the same way they entered pit road, Eddie Smith's probably winning this race right now. But great pit stop for Jonah. He got it when it mattered and ran the wheels off that thing for the last 20 laps. So congratulations, Jonah.
Putting on a nice show for the crowd here in Nashville this evening. As he continues to burn it down. Congratulations to him. Eddie Smith coming in 2nd place and Logan Sturgeon coming in 3rd place. So Rebels really showing up here tonight. Glad to have them out here. And, of course, Jonah and Eddie and even Logan pops into the Goat Locker races every now and again. So awesome to have these guys out here tonight. So let's see if we can't go find Jonah and drag him up into the booth with us. Hey, Jonah, it's Pat and Jamie up in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, fellers.
What's up, feller?
Feller?
Should I just wait? I mean, are we going to... Hey, feller.
We're going to do our formalities, man.
Yeah. Well, we still got to get through Eddie next, so we can only handle so many fellers. Man, heck of a race for you tonight. Heck of a race for you, JC Motorsports guys. It really seemed like the difference maker there at the end was that pit stop. You were able to get on and off pit road a lot cleaner and a lot faster pit stop there and really jump out to a pretty significant lead and been able to maintain it and bring that truck home in 1st place. So take me through your race tonight, brother, and how you brought home the hat for the win.
So this is my first time racing this track. We just bought it today, and we practiced it about an hour before the race, and wow, that concrete eats up the tires, and that truck moves slow through the corners. And I was trying to be as patient as I could and arc it in really high into the corner, see if I could get a good run off so I could take care of that right front off the corner. And it really seemed to work because a lot of the trucks were pushing up high off the turn, and it seemed like Eddie started pushing there a little bit late. And then, just we were kind of running 1-2 and just took turns on the lead. And then he blew it coming into the pit road. He overshot it a little bit. And like you said, that ended up being the difference. And clean air was a big deal because once you got behind somebody, it made the truck even more tight. So once I got that clean air in front of me, we just held on to it and had to manage the lead. So
Hey, Jonah, so I got to know, man, how does it feel? You're going to be the first kid on your street with a Goat Locker Racing hat.
Woo! I'm excited. It's going in my trophy case. I hope that's a signed hat.
Man, if you really want it signed, we'll get it signed for you, man. We will make that happen if that's what you want.
Yeah. So when y'all are rich and famous, man, you know, I got a piece of memorabilia.
Yeah, because that's what's gonna happen.
I think the only way we're gonna get close to rich and famous is if you just sell that hat and give us the money from it. But
man, come on, 10 more years we'll be watching NASCAR on Fox with Pat and Jamie. Y'all did a great job, man. That was fun.
I got nothing, man.
I gotta be honest, man. This was a blast doing this race tonight. It was just phenomenal, man. Wow. Yeah.
I will say that's a
crowd. Oh, go ahead.
That's a really fun track, and for next season, and that's definitely got to be on the schedule for you guys because it races really well. I liked it. It was fun.
I agree with you, man. You know, I raced it. To be honest, same thing you guys just did last Friday night. We were off in the Xfinity series, and you know, I was sitting here at the house by myself. I hopped on here, and sure enough, the NIRS race was going to start in like an hour, and it was at Nashville. I was like, all right. So I got the track, practiced for about 30 minutes, went out there and won the thing. So, you know, just like you did today, it is a great track. It's a fun track. It's definitely different than anything else we go to. And you hit the nail on the head. It's all about patience. You have to sit there and lay out of that gas longer than what you think you should have to, and I think that's where a lot of guys get in trouble. Is they want to mash that gas like you can at everywhere else, and that's not going to work here. But man, again, congratulations on the win. You're getting the hat. We'll get it signed for you and get it out to you. So anybody you want to thank, sponsors, shout outs?
Thank Goat Locker Racing for putting this on, man. This has been fun. I love this series. It's awesome. Like, you guys are a blast, and Eddie for helping me out and running with me in practice and figuring this track out. It's a great series.
Awesome, man. Well, we have a blast with it too, man. Make sure you drop us a direct message with your address and all that stuff, and we'll I'll sign it. I'll send it down to Florida to Jamie, and then Jamie will sign it and get it shipped out to you, my friend.
Heck yeah. Thanks, guys.
All right, brother. Congratulations again.
Thanks.
He's way too excited.
I love it, man.
And now we got to drag his buddy up here, Eddie Smith. So this one should be entertaining as well. Hey, Eddie, it's Pat and Jamie up at the booth. You got a copy?
Fellers.
What's up,
Feller? I knew this was going to continue to happen. All right, I'm all fellered out now at this point in time. So, Eddie, I mean, fast truck all night long. Watched you, obviously set the fastest lap in qualifying. Really led from the start of this thing all the way, and almost through the 3/4 mark. I know at one point in time, Logan Sturgeon had moved around you and gotten up to the lead, but you guys were able to pass him back. It really seemed the difference maker there at the end was that pit stop. And your teammate there, Jonah Colbert, was just able to get on and off pit road a lot cleaner than you were. So kind of take me through your race and how it went for you.
Well, I'm going to fire every one of my pit crew. Every one of them. Because I came in nose to tail, got such a good entry into pit road under green flag. Got down in there, thought, and he kind of had a little issue with another car on pit road. And I thought, oh, man, yeah, we're going to come out pretty even, or maybe get out ahead of him. And, man, he comes out of pit road a second and a half. So sometimes, I bet, sometimes you shake, sometimes you bake. I guess I was baked today.
Well, I heard some really choice words from your spotter when you put that truck into the wall. So they really weren't happy with you either there, Eddie.
Well, he can get over it. He didn't help me out with lap cars. He didn't help me get around Jonah. I'm firing every one of them. So.
All right.
No, it was a fun race. It was it's good to have a fun run where you can get in there, and we was in there just cutting up, laughing, and just having a good time, man. And that's what these fun races are about. So we had a blast. We're getting to try out the new track. Nashville is really fun, really hard to
I was telling them, had I even gotten to this back bumper, I'm not really sure how I would have passed him. They're just so low on power, and he was so good off of 3 and 4. I was able to make some time up in 1 and 2, but 3 and 4 he was kicking my ass, and there's just not much I could do. So I was able to run him down, got pretty close, try to make it a show. But even if I got to his bumper, he'd have to make a mistake or something. He was money tonight. So.
Yeah, for sure. Both you guys, you did great. Congratulations on the second place finish. Sorry we don't have a hat for you, but this won't be the last time we do this. So anybody you want to thank? Shout out, sponsors?
Thank you all very much, man. Thanks for putting, we were kind of off this week from Goat Locker, and so it was nice to have a little fun race. We look forward to these races every week, so it's fun to get in here, some new faces, and cut up with some people and have some fun racing, man. So shout out to Logan, man. We had a good race there for a while, and so shout out to him, and shout out to y'all for putting on the broadcast, man. It's really fun. I'm gonna get a hat though. I'm gonna get you one.
Hey, I tell you what, if you go back and listen to the broadcast, I told Jamie if the roles were reversed and it was me and Jamie running 1-2 and it's for a JC Motorsports hat, I told him I'd just dump him. So there wouldn't have been any thought about how I'm going to get around him. I'd just dump him. I mean, there's a hat.
Well, I'm just being nice for the broadcast. I would have dumped if I would have got to him with a hat.
That's what I'm talking about, 80.
Look, I don't want y'all's signature on it or anything, but I would have dumped it for just a good old hat. Thanks, y'all. Appreciate it.
All right, brother, man. Good race tonight.
See ya.
And the truth comes out.
Yeah, but he don't want our autograph.
Well, hey, not everybody. Let's grab Logan and bring him up into the booth. Hey, Logan, it's Pat and Jamie up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Heck of a race there tonight, man. I saw you actually move that number 26 truck up into the lead there for a little while. Looked like you were pretty strong, and then I think the tires just got the best of you, and you dropped back to third, but still a hell of a finish here this evening. So kind of take me through your race and how it went tonight.
This is the first race I've ever done on Nashville Super Speedway, and I know that doesn't run like a 1.5 mile track normally. The corners run more like a short track, so it's all about getting on the brakes early and riding through those corners and then get back into the gas. Is one of the tracks where if you miss the entrance of your corner, you're pretty screwed for the entire turn, and it really hurts your time. And I know Eddie and Jonah are always fast, so I was really just trying to keep them in, within grasp. And Eddie actually let me go by. I think he was working on saving his tires more. So I took the lead and just kind of hit my marks, and then came out of 4 one time and just barely clipped the wall. And between that and burning up my tires a little bit more than they did, kind of cost me any chance of pushing it for second or potentially the win tonight.
Hey, Logan, man, congratulations on a strong finish. You finished in third. I know it's not the win, and sorry we don't have a hat for you, man, but strong run. So where do you think the next track we should do is for our next fun run? We'll let you pick it.
Oh, man, you're going to let me pick it?
Yeah, picking it on the air right now.
North Wilkesboro.
Oh, man, okay.
I love it. North Wilkesboro is such a great track. It's a blast, honestly. I love that track.
All right, well, North Wilkesboro it is. We've got, after next week, we got 4 or 5 more races left in the season, Pat?
Yep, we got 5 races left in the season.
All right.
We'll have to. I like North Wilkesboro as well. Maybe we'll have to figure out a different night to host a fun run or something along those lines, and to get it in a little sooner than a month from now. So, but North Wilkesboro it is, Logan.
Awesome.
All right, man. Anybody like to thank sponsors? Any shout outs?
Yeah, I got to give a shout out to Big Fish Motorsports and Original Rebels Racing League. Obviously, you guys, Goat Locker Racing, for sponsoring our Xfinity Series, which we start playoffs tomorrow night. So I wish you two the best of luck. The playoffs are going to be definitely challenging, and hopefully one of us 3 in here comes out with a championship. So,
well, as I've said sounds
good to me.
As I said all season long, Logan, come and try to take my belt from me.
I plan on it.
Hey, man, great race tonight. Always great talking with you, brother. And we'll see you on track tomorrow night.
Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah. What a blast, man. I mean, I know the broadcast got off the rails there a little bit. We got a little bit late of a start and had a funky restart there as well. But it sounds like everybody had a really, really good time. And again, congratulations to the winner on the stream, and that's Scott Rankin. We're gonna ship one of these hats down to Australia for him, and then congratulations to Jonah Colbert on winning the hat here tonight. But what an absolute blast, Jamie.
Yeah, for sure. And Scott has requested in the chat that I guess he wants our spouses to sign his hat. So if that's not really what you want, Scott, you better say something quick because we will have that done.
Now that's got to be one of the oddest requests
No,
I have ever heard.
We are all about customer service here at Goat Locker Racing.
I mean, if you want, Scott, I could just ship my wife down to Australia. I mean, that's up to you.
Well, that's what I thought. I thought maybe Kat Biatch would volunteer to take it herself. It'd probably be cheaper than shipping it, but you know.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, everything's off the rails here this evening, but what a great race. And again, as we talked about throughout the broadcast, just a great way to give back to these guys that come out here and race each and every week. You know, and a perfect example of that is, you know, a lot of these guys are military folk. They're police officers. They're firefighters. Those that joined in on the stream are much in the same there. And it's great to get these guys together. Awesome to hear guys like, you know, Jonah and Eddie talking about how much they enjoyed the fun run and got down in the general chat with everybody and was cutting it up and having a good time. And really, that's why we exist and why we want to build this community, so guys can come out here and be competitive and in our leagues and things like that, but also have some fun and get some cool prizes along the way and some cool giveaways. And definitely able to do that. And we'll definitely have to take up BG Designs and get them on board for our next little contest, Jamie.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you all have heard it, next one will be at North Wilkesboro, as chosen by our very own Logan Sturgeon. So we will get that set up here in a not too distant future. And some more hats will be given away. And who knows? Well, obviously a BG Racing shirt. And who knows what else might be going out too. So got to stay tuned. Keep coming out and watching the stream. You can catch us tomorrow night. Will be our first playoff race in the Extreme Xfinity Series that's sponsored by Goat Locker Racing. Pat and I were running 1-2 into points. So first round of 12 starts tomorrow. And then right after that, we'll be back on and broadcasting the ARCA series, the Magic Monzo ARCA series. It starts back up its new season tomorrow night. So come on out, hang out with us some more.
Yeah, and then Sunday night starts the truck series for us, and we're with the Rebels Truck Series that runs at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sundays. And we have our opening race at Daytona where I'll be starting 4th and you'll be starting 7th. So a lot of opportunities to come out here and support us here at Goat Locker Racing. Again, it all goes back to the community, built by veterans for veterans, as we always say. So the more people that come out and subscribe and the more people that come out here and race, the more that our sponsors love it and want to continue to give back to us so we can give back to you all. So from everybody here and all of our sponsors, thanks for coming out this evening. Congratulations to our 2 hat winners, and we'll be getting those out in the mail soon. Everybody have a great night and take care.